Hey everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified, and today we'll see a new problem in DP. So basically our problem is that we are given an array. So each element of array represents the number of maximum jump it can make. So like for example here, if it is 1, it means it can make only one jump. So it means it can have only this jump only. Now if it is 2, it means at maximum it can have 2 steps jump. So either it can jump like this one or it can directly jump using this one, because it can jump 1 or it can jump 2. Similarly here it can jump only 1, so it can only jump here. Now for this one, now if it is 3, it means at maximum it can make 3 jumps. So it can make 1 jump, it can make 2 jump, and it can make 3 jump also. So it means from here we can go here, we can go here, and we can go here, right? Now if it is 2, then it means I can go here and I can go here. If it is 1, then it means I can go here. If it is 2, then I can go here, and there is no such value afterwards, so it means that's it. Now we need to make that if I start from here, then what will be the minimum jumps to reach till the end, right? So like for example here, if we see, using 1 jump I can directly go here. Now using 2 jump I can directly go here, and using 3 jumps I can directly go here, and because this can go 1 jump also, so I can go here. So it means using 4 jump, 1 jump, 1 jump, 1 jump, and 1 jump. So in total I need 4 jumps to reach till the end, right? So these are the minimum jumps. Now basically solve this question using DP. So DP says that whenever you are solving any sub solution, you just store that value. So what will happen, that using this value then we'll get the further solutions, right? So basically in DP we solve using top to bottom approach or bottom to approach. In top to bottom approach, what we do, we basically start from the altogether from the top, and then we keep on getting the bottom solutions. So in top to bottom, whenever we get any solution, we just store the value. So whenever it comes again, so we can directly fetch it from our storage, and then we can return. And in bottom to up solution, what happens, that we basically solve first bottom solutions, means the sub problems, and then we keep on solving the further solution. So here basically we'll solve using bottom to approach. So when we are solving this question using DP in bottom up solution, so we basically take care each and every case, right? Because my main aim is to find out what will be the minimum jumps if I reach till here. So basically I start from here, that what will be the minimum jumps if I reach till here, because my starting point is always here, the first point. So minimum number of jumps to reach till here, then minimum number of jumps to reach till here, minimum number of jumps to reach till here, right? So what will happen, that if I know basically that somehow, let's say if I want to reach till here, so I know, so I will basically ask to it that what is the minimum number of jumps to reach till here. And if I know this one, then I can easily add the +1 from here to here, right? So this is how basically we will solve our question, that to reach till here I will ask to neighboring one, that what was the minimum number of jumps to reach till here. Then if I want to reach till here, then it will ask to this one, that what is the minimum number of jumps to reach till here. So somehow if I basically start from here, from the basic solution, and if I know that what is the minimum number of jumps to reach till here, then I can easily get the minimum number of jumps to reach till here, because I have already get the solution of this one. So this is what we do in bottom up solution, right? So at the starting we'll basically initialize all the values to infinity. Infinity means the number of jumps, the minimum number of jumps to reach till here is infinity at the starting. But for the first value, I will assign at 0, because if my starting point is here and if I want to reach till here, so it will be 0, right? So this is why I have assigned at 0. Now basically I will check that if I start from here, that at what position I can go maximum, right? Because what I'm saying, that each element represents the maximum number of jumps it can have. Now when it was defining as 2, it means either it can make 1 jump or it can make 2 jump, right? And it is always in forward direction. Now when I'm talking about this one, so it means either it can make 1 jump or it can make 2 jump or it can make 3 jumps in forward direction. Means either it can go here or it can go here, or it can go here. So what I will do, for each element I will basically check at what position it can go maximum, and according to that I will basically assign the value of that value. So this is why this is my algorithm. So now I will basically start, this is the first loop which will be from I equals to 0 to n minus 1. Basically it will go from here to here. Now there will be another loop which will basically say that it will start from I plus 1, j equal to I plus 1, and then it will basically calculate till this value can go, right? So like this case, the first case can go only one jump, it can have only one jump. So this is why it will happen. So it means it can basically go from j equals to I plus 1, I plus 1 is 1, and then it can go less than equals to I0 plus 1. It means from here we can have only one jump. So basically what it will do, it will basically update the value of this one. So it will say that minimum jumps of this one. So this is array of minimum jumps. So now it will say minimum jump of j will be the minimum number of 1 plus minimum jump. So what does it mean? It means that I know from here to here I can go in one jump, right? Because that's what I'm saying, that from here to here I can directly go in one jump. So it says that whatever value you have here, I will add plus 1 into that. So this is what the value, that whatever value you have at I will just add 1 to this one, right? And then just check that if this value is less than this minimum jump, then I will add into this one. So now what is the value here? Value is 0. So it will say 1 plus 0 means 1. 1 is less than this one, so I'll basically update the value here 1. It means the minimum jumps to reach till here is 1. From here to here I can go in one jump. Now because from here to here I can go only one jump, now my I will be here, right? So I will again, my I will be 1. Now I am here. Now if you see here, it will go from j equals to 2 to j less than equals to 1 plus 2. So it means it will be 3. So now you can see that it will go basically from here, so it will go from here to here, or it can go from here to here. So that is why this loop is, that this loop will start from j equals to I plus 1 and it will go till I plus array of I, right? And then it will update the value. So again check. So now it is saying that from here to here I can go in one jump. Now check that what is the minimum number of jumps to reach till here. So this is the thing, what is the minimum number of jumps to reach till this position, till I, just add plus 1 into this one. So from here the minimum jump is 1, so it means it's say 1 plus 1 2, and 2 is less than infinity, so it will basically update the value. Now check this one, from here to here I can directly go in one jump, right? So what is the value here, and how many jumps it take from here to here? 1. So again 2 is less than this one, so it means I will add the value here. So it means if I want to reach till here, then it will require 2 jumps from starting point to here. First one jump I will do here and one jump I will do here, right? So what we are doing here, we are basically solving each and every point, and then we are going and then we are proceeding. First we solve for this one, then we solve for this one, then we solve for this one, and then we'll go again further, right? So now because from here I can go into 2 position, here and here, so that's it. Now my I will be at this position. Now I have 1. So it's saying that from here to here I can directly go in one jump. Now check what is the jumps to reach till here. So it's saying 1 plus 2, and what is the minimum jump? So here basically I have already 2, right? So it is saying minimum. What is minimum? Minimum is 2. So in this case we will not update the value, right? So basically we are checking each and every case, and we are saying that whatever will be the minimum number of jumps, will update that one, right? So basically we could have gone from here to here as well, but if we could have gone from here to here, the jumps are taking more, the jumps are taking 3. So that is why we are saying there is no need to go from here to here, I will directly jump from here to here, right? So that is why this value won't change. So now for this I, it can go into one direction. Now my I will be here. Now from here to here I can go into 3 positions. From here I can go in this position, and this position. So let's check this one. So it's saying that I can go from here to here one position and check what is the value to reach till here, 2. So it means 2 plus 1 3, and 3 is less than infinity, so I'll put 3. Now let's check this one. From here to here I can go in 1, right? It means from here to this position I can go in one jump, because this can go at maximum 3 jumps. So from here to here I can go in one jump. So from here to here I can go in one jump, and what is the value to reach till here? 2. So it's saying 2 plus 1 means here. It's saying here that 2 plus 1. If 2 plus 1 is less than infinity, yes. So it means it will update the value 3. Similarly for this one, from here to here I can go in one jump, and what is the value till reach till here? 2. So it will say 2 plus 1 3, right? So from here to here I can go at maximum this position. Now I'll go here at 2. So it will say from here to here I can go in one jump. Now it will check again that what is the point, what is the value to reach till here? 3. So it will say 3 plus 1, and this, the value of this one is 3. So it means there is no point to change the value, just put it whatever the value existing we have. Now check for this one. From here to here we can go in one direction in one jump. So it will, and what is the value? 3. So again it will say 3 plus 1, and what is the value here? 3. So again we won't change the value, right? So from here to here I could go only 2 position. Now I will go here. Now my eye is here. Now from here to here I can go in one jump. So it means, and what is the value? 3. So again it will say 3 plus 1, and what is the value here? Already value is 3. So it means I won't change the value. Now from here to here I can go in one jump, and what is the value here? The value is 3, and it will check 3 plus 1 in infinity. So 3 plus 1 is less than, so it will give 4. Now it can go further, because it can go jump and it can go again jump, but there is no such value. So basically we'll put a condition that if j is less than area of length, then only we need to calculate the value, right? So at the last, whatever will be the value of this position, I will just return the value. So it means my answer would be 4, right? So this is how we basically get our answer, that if I want to reach from here to here, the minimum jumps will be 4, right? Now what will be the time complexity? So if you see the question, so basically first of all I am taking one loop. This is one loop, and the loop is equal to the array of element. So it will be big of n, and now inside also I am taking another loop, right? So at maximum this loop can go, at maximum this can go till here, right? So again it will be n cross n, right? Now if you talk about the space complexity, so basically I am taking an array of the big of n size, so it will be big of n. So my time complexity will be n square, and my space complexity will be big of n if I solve using this one. Now you can ask that what is the way to jump, like how it is basically jumping, because we have identified that it will take 4 jumps. But if I want to figure out that how it is taking jumps, so like we know my answer is something like this, that it will jump from here to here, then it will jump from here to here, then it will directly jump 3 positions from here to here, and then it will jump from here to here, right? So the trick is that this is my final array, right? This is my final array. Now whenever there is a change of value, basically then we are jumping. So here we started from 4. So if you see here that the previous value, so there is a difference with the previous value. Here we have 4 and here we have 3, right? So it means there is a change. So it means the one jump I am doing from here to here, right? Now if you check the previous value, again this is 3, so it means we are not jumping from here. Again this is 3, we are not jumping from here. But here basically there is a change, so it means from here we are directly jumping to here, right? Now here it is the value again same, so it means we are not jumping from here. But from here we are jumping, because here is the value difference, so it means from here to here we are jumping. Now check the previous, here is 1, here is 0, so again we are jumping from here to here. So this is what we are jumping, from 0 to 1, then from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here. So this is how we are taking 4 jumps, right? So this is just additional question if I want to get, but our main question of this problem is minimum jumps to reach till end. Now let me show you the code as well, so that you can get it better. So here is my array where I can define the each element. Now I am calling the function minimum jumps to reach till end. So here is my some basic case that if my array length is 0, in this case I can return -1. Else I will define a array. So this will be my basically solution, right? Now at the starting I am basically filling all the values as infinity, like I explained. The first value will be 0 because to reach till first position it will take only nothing because I am already at this position. Now what we do, we basically take the two for loop, right, as you explained, and then we start from I equal to 0 to array length -1, and then in the another loop we basically start from j equals to I plus 1 to j less than equals to I plus array of I, and then it has the another condition, right? And then we do minimum jumps j equals to minimum jumps j 1 plus minimum jumps I. So this is basically exactly the same thing which we explained here in this code. And now after that at the last we return the last value, minimum jumps array length -1, right? So this is how we can basically get that what will be the minimum jumps to reach till end. So that's it everyone, and if you have any doubts please write in the comment section and I will try to explain that. And I will also put the source code into description section, so if you want then you can also get it from there. So that's it, and if you have liked the video then please like it and subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you.